Stirling Talks with Wilson on Stirling Community Radio.
The train now approaching platform 1 is the 0900 service to Stirling.
This is Stirling Talks on Stirling Community Radio. We are in the studios today, and I don't know if you've heard about all of this, but my goodness, our first recurring guest, our first person that's actually been nice enough to come back, Sam G's back here with us with Creative Stirling, and, well, the story she's got to tell you, I don't know if you know this girl or whatever, but she's all about making a scene. And the scene, oh no, actually that was the other weekend. No, this is something completely, you weren't making a scene, you have an event called Making a Scene.
Yeah, I do like making a scene. So although we keep joking, I work really closely with Ryan, who's part of the radio, and we always say Ryan's the one that loves the attention. So he's the one that likes to make a scene.
I haven't picked up on that at all with Ryan. I don't know what you're talking about. So you know, here on the Stirling Talks, I'm a big fan of everything going on here. With Creative Stirling. This event's coming up. I've got a bit, as you get to know me a little bit more, I've got a bit of a background in TV and all that, but back in the States on a whole different continent. So I'm fascinated by all of this. But this is really a great opportunity for young people. So your mums and dads, grandmas and grandpas out there that might be listening to this, if you've got a young person, this might be something they can check out. What is this all about?
So this is actually take 2 of Making a Scene. So in the end of, was it 2024?
Do we need to start over, take 2?
No, we don't.
That's the name of the event.
Yeah, it's the name of the event. And action.
Okay, sorry, go on.
So at the end of 2024, we held the first Making a Scene, and that was in partnership with the National Film and TV School Scotland. So basically they are brilliant. They run a lot of film industry learning opportunities. And because what we do here with Stirling Community Radio and Creative Stirling in partnership, we do our Community and Media Matters programme. And with that, it's mainly radio and podcasting is like media skills, but we also branch out into different areas of creative industries. And so with media kind of being quite a great pathway into the film and TV industry, it's allowed us to do these kind of industry days. So we invite people that work professionally, and we've done creative industries before, and then this is more focused on like film and screen. So the first one was great, and we had a lot of people doing guest talks and things like that, but this next one is going to be a bit more hands-on. So we've got 3 workshops in the morning that people can choose from, and 3 in the afternoon, and a panel as well.
Oh wow. So when you say these workshops, what are these workshops going to be focusing on?
So in the morning, we have the Carol Miller coming to do costume. So she's going to run a workshop where it's learning about her background, what shows and films she's worked on, and learning about how they work in costume and having some practical ways of learning that. And then we've got a session with Gary Torrance to do some camera. So he's going to look at all different kind of ways that they shoot film, things for film and TV. And then we've got Ali Murray, who's going to do Foley, which is different kind of sound effects. And then for our panel, we have Alison Goring from National Film and TV School Scotland, Judith Milne, who used to work at National Film and TV School Scotland, who is amazing and helped us put together the event. Alison helped us a lot last time as well, and then some of the people that are running workshops are going to join as well. In the afternoon, we've got Jackie McRae Smith doing locations, so learning about all the different roles and building up with that. So different marshalling, and I guess like what's that about? Because she did it last year actually, and I thought, it's just like exploring the world and picking locations, but there's a lot more to it than that.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because I did a little bit of that, and you think, we're just picking location. No, there's so many steps to it, and there's so many different parts. It's fascinating, but if it's something you're into, it could be really cool.
Yeah, it was great. So she's coming back again, and then we've got Kate Hammer doing screenwriting, and she actually performed at one of our speakeasy events in December, so it'll be really great to see her again. Yes, she was great. And we've got Rebecca Hamilton doing scenic painting. So an amazing lineup. Yeah. Like, these people are so experienced and talented. So we're delighted that people can pick a workshop in the afternoon, and then come at the panel and pick a workshop in the morning, panel afternoon.
Right. So it's going to be just a really great full day. I'll just say this again. I would not be sitting here with you right now. I was 17 years old, and I had one of the people at school, one of the instructors, got me into a radio station. and got me an internship. And I'll just say, again, you moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and all whatever, if you've got a young person in your life who's creative and fun and all, but doesn't really know where they're going, get them in here, because this is such a good opportunity to give them some ideas, but to meet people that's the whole purpose, is to meet people that are doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's for ages 15 to 30, and the thing is that with creative industries, like, a lot of people will kind of steer you off doing it, but there's so many opportunities. We say all the time, see, if you think about the film industry, like, every job that you can probably think of exists in there some way, and there's not always that one pathway into it. Like, it's like, in skills and things like that, yes, you get to explore creative skills, but see, if you take advantage of the opportunities that are out there to be able to, like, nurture your, like, individual creative talent, try new things and build a portfolio, like, the possibilities are endless. Like, just, I always say to the young people, like, any opportunity that comes up for you to learn something, take it with both hands, because everything is a learning experience, and there's not always that one pathway into things.
Well, and it can be intimidating when you're younger, because you're like, oh, I'd love to do this, but I don't know, and this is a way. Just get in here, because these people, they're here because they want to help you.
Totally. And, like, all the people that we've brought in have been so generous with their time, and just, like, really want to see young people, like, take the opportunity, and, like, there's space for you here, there's space for you in this industry. They're crying out for people, but people don't know it exists. They don't know what to shoot for, or they don't know what the goal is. So we've had young people that have come through and done our course here that maybe aren't really thriving at school. It's not their environment. They don't really know what the next pathway is, and they've come and they've got their hands on some tech or some media, whatever. There's so many different kind of directions you can go with that, and they're like, I can actually see myself doing something like this, and they try it out a bit more, and they come to the next event, and then it's starting to shape, like, not just what they want to do, but who they are as well. So they kind of discover themselves. So yeah, I think, like, being able to do events like this is just really cool. I wish there was something like this when I was younger. Like, we've got one of our young people that used to come and volunteer with us is now just about to graduate the conservatoire and making these amazing, like, sets and everything like that. And I'm like, man, I'd love to have done something like that. If only I knew that was out there.
But you've got to feel good, though, because you were part of that whole, like, putting them out there.
Oh, so proud. Like, and you know, whatever they go on to do, I'm like, it's just so great working with so many different young people, and just having them, you know, start as youngsters and then maybe come back and be a teen and then come back as an adult, like, and I'm like, it's weird, you guys keep getting older and I'm still the same.
Yeah, you and me both. Right. So, no, I really love this. And, you know, here at Stirling Community Radio, the program that Ryan does and everything, I feel just, sometimes I've kind of just watched what he does, and it's a big part of what goes on here. We play great music, we have great chats, but that program there is so important, to be able to help some of these young people and just let them know. They don't know, they want to, they've got the inspiration and the thought, but they don't know how to get this. So please get out here. And again, I know it's mainly moms and dads and grandmas and grandpa, whatever, that listen to this. Get this information down, right? And get your young person here. And just get them in the door, and we'll do the rest. They'll do the rest here, and just run with it here. So if someone wants to find out more, what should they do?
So you have to book. It's free, but you have to book. So there's limited spaces for some of the workshops. Some of them are starting to really book out, so get in there. But if you go to creativestirling.org, if you go into our events page, it'll be there. That's probably the best and easiest way to find it. It's called Making a Scene.
And when is this event?
It's on Saturday the 28th of March.
So it's just coming up here. So you got some days here now to get in and book this thing. But this could really, really be cool because it's somebody that could come in here on the 28th, could come back a couple of years later, and they'll be sitting on the panel helping the next generation out.
Totally. Well, actually last year, the young person I was talking about actually came back to run a set design and construction workshop for some of our young people. And then one of those young people I've heard had an interview at the Conservatoire. So it just shows it's like inspiring those pathways. And that's the thing, like, you never know who you're going to meet. I think, like, you know, you never know what opportunities will come from that. Like, we've had so many great professionals that have given their time and then helped to, you know, get contacts or go on visits to different spaces. So, and whether it's through all different projects that we do or the course that Ryan does, which is brilliant, we're quite passionate about individualized pathways. So if we meet a young person that's particularly interested in something, and we're like, right, okay, like what can we,
Let's figure it out.
who can we get in, who can we source, and because the media course is, we've found out we've got another 3 years funding, which is epic, and it's going to move a bit more into also video skills as well as the radio podcasting, and we'll have like different master classes. So once we've got a young person that's kind of registered with our programs, and we know that like then anything we do that's relevant to their age or interest, and we'll send it out to them. So come by, like book onto an event, and then opportunities could be endless.
Just get in here. Just get in here. Take that first step, and they'll run with it. That's kind of, Stirling Community Radio. Again, that's what we do here. And that is why we love being a part of Creative Stirling, because that's the whole mission here. They got the shop and everything, but this really is the purpose of this place. So little shout out to Joe there, getting all the ball rolling with this. Okay, one more time. Where can people find out more information?
CreativeStirling.org.
Yeah, go there. This is the first time I've asked this question. I've got to kind of pull the whammy on you. I haven't asked this yet. Last time we talked about music a bit in your first album, and you surprised a lot of people with your music background.
I know, because I'm a Swiftie, and people know that, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I was also a metalhead, and they're like, what?
No, I can't see it, but I'm sure there's video or pictures out there somewhere. So with all that being said, I know you've been to a lot of concerts and a lot of gigs and all that kind of stuff. Is the one that stands out as the worst concert, the worst musical performance, the worst gig you went to? Because I was talking about this with a mate last week, and mine was the Smashing Pumpkins. It was terrible. He just kicked Darcy out of the band and all this stuff, and he was wearing like this kilty thing with mirrors all over it, and had laser lights. And the first 50 rows, every time Billy Corgan moved to do a 10-minute guitar solo, so long you forgot what the song was, you'd be blinded. So that was my worst gig, the Smashing Pumpkins. I love the Pumpkins, but I can't do it anymore. So the worst live show. Just throw them under the bus. Go for it. Do it.
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm generally trying to think back of. Do you know when someone asks you a question and you just my whole life is just went blank.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, because I've worked like a lot of festivals and things like that. I wonder if there's anyone in that, because that's the thing, tickets are quite expensive, but I wouldn't bother buying a ticket for. I mean, I remember my friend group when I was in my early 20s were really into, like, do you know, your like EDM and all that kind of trance and things, like, no bashing it, but it's just not my thing. Okay, well, that's fine. So maybe I can't really remember, or I do remember one time we were going to see a performance at the Foo Bar, right? And we'd booked tickets and everything. I didn't really know who the people were, but I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go. And we got there. It wasn't a performance. They were just playing the music. It was totally missold. So it was
they're just playing the music over the speakers. They weren't actually playing.
Yeah, there was no performance.
No, let's just go with EDM, because I'm with you on that, because here's the thing. Why would you remember it? Because it all sounds the same.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. Sometimes you do get like a good bop you can dance to, but it's just not my thing. If it's not got words, it's not for me. Okay. I do like instrumentals, actually. Or if there's no words or instruments that you can see, like, no bashing, I think it can be good, but it's just not my thing. So I was happy to go with friends for something to do, but maybe like...
Not the EDM.
It can be okay. Just not my favourite.
Well, clearly it's not. And let's just go with that, because it's not my favourite either.
Yeah, because I can't think of any gigs that I've hated. Because I would go to gigs more, but it's just quite expensive. I thought you were going to say, like, which one stood out. Because I was talking to Mum about the chat last time, and she was like, I can't believe you didn't say Pearl Jam. And I was like, but that wasn't my first. But that was probably one of my favourites.
Oh, wow. So now this might be a better one. I loved Pearl Jam. I saw Pearl Jam numerous times when they were just getting going, and then I kind of lost my way. I kind of lost track of them, and now I've rediscovered Pearl Jam again, and I cannot wait to maybe they're one of the ones that I would go see again, because there's a few bands out there that I wouldn't go see now because I don't want to. I'm like, they're off the game a bit, you know. Pearl Jam, I think, are still strong. So good. Yeah. So my auntie and mum love Pearl Jam, right? And I'm a twin, and that should be fine for radio. When I was 3, when we were 3, my auntie taught us to say, what's Eddie Vedder? And me and my twin would say, tasty. Oh, wow. Get some Pearl Jam on the radio. For your family there, next time you come on, next month, let's just say you do it next month, I'll tell you the story of when Eddie Vedder called the radio station I worked at.
Shut up.
He did.
No way.
I'll tell you that story next time.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It was, well, it's amazing. It's also not good.
Oh, was it in a bad way?
Well, you'll find out next time on Chats with Sam G about Pearl Jam on Stirling Talks. This is Stirling Talks. Let's get back to the music.